writers! Welcome to our mini lesson. We started fifth grade by reading and learning more about fiction stories, by understanding its main elements and different parts. You did some amazing projects by recording your videos to tell stories. Congratulations for your hard work. I want to tell you that today it's a very important day because you will begin collecting ideas for fictional stories in order to write your own. What do I mean when I say realistic fiction? I mean that we are going to be working with short stories about real people with real problems that are solved in a realistic way in a real world situation. That is a very good question. When I was a little girl, I thought that all fiction writers looked up into the clouds and imagined stories about castles and animals and other fictional traits. But when I grew up, I realized that writers write their own ideas by paying attention to their own lives. Many of writers do that. Of course, they do not always write exactly about those personal events. They add up extra elements from their imagination based on personal experiences to make the story more fun and entertaining. For example, E.B. White got her ideas for Charlotte's Web when she was lying down in a barn watching a real spider web surrounded by many animals. In addition, she also included some fiction elements from her own imagination to make the story more fun, creative, and entertaining. Dear writers, so this means that I can start thinking about a small moment of my life that was marked by an interesting or strong emotion to start writing a story. For example, let me tell you about my small moment. I remember that I had a very strong emotion last year when I fell down the stairs in front of all my students. I was so embarrassed. So I will try to write a short story about that. But how can I start writing? I'll tell you how. So this is when things start to get a little bit more fun. What I'm going to show you here, it's a very useful tip that I have to start writing some personal narratives. As you can see, this is simple as your own hand, okay? First of all, we are going to start with an opening sentence. Here, I'm going to specify who was involved in this event, what happened, where, and when. Then, in these fingers, I can have 3 or more detailed sentences. For this, I can use sequence words that you learned how to use last year. For example, first, then, next, and finally. How am I going to end? With a closing sentence. As I'm writing about personal narrative, I can finish my short story by saying how I felt about this experience. Remember, I fell down the stairs, so I was tremendously embarrassed. Okay, so using this personal narrative useful chart, I wrote a short story that I will show to you now. This is what actually happened last year. Okay, so let's hear. Be careful, Mora Silvi. You have too many things in your hands, I heard More Mario said. It's okay, I said. First, we were getting ready to celebrate our national holidays, so we lined up. Then, we started walking down the hall as I carried my materials. Then, when we got to the stairs, Martin asked me for a question, and when I turned around to reply to him, I fell down the stairs. Even my students got worried and tried to help me. This was the most embarrassing moment ever. Okay, so that was my sample. Now, dear writers, I want to tell you that it is your turn to show me how writers get their own ideas by paying attention at their own lives. Okay? So, what you're going to do now is that you will open the Google document attached to this lesson and you will follow my instructions there. Okay? So, basically, you need to follow what I just showed you in this video. Okay? Good luck, and I hope that you try your best in this lesson.